Hello everybody, welcome back to Novel House. Today we're going to be playing some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So, last time, we finally wrapped up our final investigation day and got intimidated as hell by Damon Gant coming into the office while we were in there.
Yeah.
And, Gumshoe is probably going to die. And now we're back to the third day of the trial. We're just going to hop right in.
Yeehaw.
This is the defendant lobby, alright. But there's no defendant. Alright, guess the case is over.
Alright, case cancelled.
I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if... I guarantee you this is Edgeworth.
Something's been happening behind the scenes.
There's
It was me!
There's something that's been happening behind the scenes.
No.
Edgeworth!
Knowing you've already figured it out.
Why are you here?
I was taking a stroll. And I ended up here. Who the owner of 7777777 ID number is.
I was taking a stroll through the courthouse for no reason. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Bitch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. It's like Damon Gant just goes, you better stop thinking about me or else I'll kill you.
You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything.
True. Not yet.
Yet? In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, Wright. And Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty.
Yeah, whatever you say, buddy.
I'm serious.
But she didn't do it.
I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say.
She didn't do it.
She did.
This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something. And the only way we'll never know the truth is to draw it out of her.
The truth?
Everything goes back to the SL9 incident.
Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past.
That depends on you.
No, it doesn't. I'm right.
You know what? I'm gonna go back and redo the trial where you were convicted for the DL6 incident.
No takes.
I'm gonna make sure you actually get declared guilty.
No, don't do that.
If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. Idiot.
How dare you? I'll think about it.
No, you'll think about it right now.
No, I will
not. The answer is yes. You're not gonna do it.
See you in court, right?
I hate you.
I love you.
This is it.
Ah.
If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now.
February 25th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
So we meet again.
The Battle of the Brains. Alright. Court is now in search for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
More like the Battle of the Brain.
Battle of the Hubbies.
My brain.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Okay, normally this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement, but I don't give a fuck. The trial's gone on too long. Before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gant.
No.
Hello?
No. Oh my god, he just appeared out of nothing.
I demand that Edgeworth be executed.
Christ.
Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, RJ, been back to the pool yet?
No.
No, I've been drowning enough in my work. That's a good one. Don't think I can top that. Anyway, get Edgeworth out of here.
If you don't mind me asking, Chief, what exactly is this proposal of yours?
It's simple. Lana Skye gets declared not guilty, and in exchange, you die.
I don't like that very much.
Sorry, I was thinking. Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel we should grant her I feel she should be executed on the spot.
What?
In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Get your ass up here. Make way for Lana Skye.
Hello.
Woo.
What's this all about, defendant?
I'd like just to make one simple request, and I'll be finished.
Phoenix just goes, no, she doesn't.
Yeah, I do.
Well then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial.
Say less. I get to go home?
Yeah,
Huh. No.
go home and kiss your wife. I confess to all charges against me.
Oh my god.
On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office.
If I were Phoenix, I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? Literally, I spent 2 days of my life doing all this shit.
Well, not only that, but like, freaking getting a lawyer and all this shit, like, court is expensive.
It
I'd be
is.
pissed.
No, Lana.
Ooh.
I mean, technically, I guess Lana didn't really ask for a lawyer. It was more so Emma.
Oh, true. Just was appointed.
But she
to
still
her.
ran along with the whole thing.
Well, and it's Phoenix's time. You know, time and money.
Yeah, it's just annoying. You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea.
In that case, Mr. Wright, or should I say Mr. Wrong, I no longer require your services.
Okay, so you did hire me then. So yeah, go fuck yourself from wasting my time. But Lana.
Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my rights to an attorney.
Okay, I'm still gonna defend you anyway.
No. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence.
Imagine the amount of nerve you have to just put your back in the entire court.
I know. She does that all the time, though.
The judge just goes, you better fucking turn around and face me, first of all.
Don't talk to me like that. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
No. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation.
He's like, and with a sweet ass like that.
Oh no. The request is legally valid. It is an unprecedented situation for a hottie like yourself.
Anything for you.
Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial. Even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. Well, actually, it doesn't really
but
matter
it
to me.
is.
It's not my ass, so who really cares? It appears it's time for the verdict has arrived. The court finds the defendant guilty as shit.
Guilty. I'm going to win. Ah. I object.
No, you're not supposed to object.
1 moment, Your Honor.
No. Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt.
Oh, what happened to the whole... In 5 minutes, she's gonna be guilty. Like,
That
shut
wasn't
up.
me. That was my evil twin. I can't say my name backwards. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature.
Come now, Worthy.
You scare the
shit.
shit out of me.
I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut?
I'm not a little boy.
Oh, Edgeworth's got some balls now.
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
Bro, you're being embodied.
He's like, you're going to fucking die. I know Chief Gant is muscular as shit underneath that tux.
I am also making this my last statement, and I am running away.
I can just hear his veins exploding. He's like, what?
Yeah, he just rips
What
his
did
fucking
you-
jacket off.
What did you just say?
Like, rips it in half.
He just goes, oh gee, me and Edgeworth are gonna take this outside.
We're gonna what? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes.
Damn, Edgeworth.
Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be.
Dude, your
Phoenix.
balls are
Bro,
massive.
Shut up, bro.
With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
Some kind of deal. Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
Alright, you know what?
Edgeworth just goes, we'll fucking go right now. Jumps over. And then he gets slammed.
I thought so.
Yeah, as soon as he jumps off, he just, like, puts him right back down.
Yeah, he just goes, you're gonna sit your ass down.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh, to whom?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony.
Up.
Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation.
Edgeworth's like, I don't give a fuck what you want.
I don't think we need to continue.
I don't care what you do.
God, I,
I don't
love
care.
you.
I don't give a fuck, Miss Skye. Sit down.
Excuse me?
The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
Well, damn, alright. The court will grant the prosecutor's request.
The judge, the clowns are fighting.
That's okay with you, right, Chief Cat? Worthy. You'll live to regret this, mark my words.
Joke's on you. If I die first, you can't do anything. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand.
God, Gant is so intimidating.
If I were Edgeworth, I'd be pissing myself
Yeah.
right now. And you know for a fact he's talking all the smack, and then he's gonna walk out of the courtroom with like a
Yeah,
giant
behind the
like,
desk, he's
wet
like-
spot.
Looks like Edgeworth is decided to take the horse by the reins.
He's gonna leave and be like,
I didn't think I was gonna make it out of there alive. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister. I want to be a scientific investigator.
my occupation, full-time sister.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings.
I don't know why, but that reminds me of this one meme. Like there was, I think it was an actual like on an actual news station where it just shows somebody's name. Like I don't know what their name was, probably Alex or some shit. But it just says Alex, former child. Like for
What?
their occupation.
Former child.
Like, yes, I was a kid once.
That's really
Like,
good.
I always thought that was funny.
That's really good.
I don't know if it's real or not.
I'm gonna start putting that on my resumes.
Former baby.
Former baby. At one point,
Like-
I was former womb liver.
Yes, former womb inhabitant.
Yes.
Is this correct?
Fucking
Yes.
no.
I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
Well, too bad.
Well, then I'm going to remind you every 5 minutes. I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
5 minutes starts now. Neil Marshall is dead.
Do you remember when someone
Joe
tried to murder you?
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman.
Okay.
Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant?
Yes, it most certainly is. Are we just gonna stare at each other, or...?
Well, okay then. What the hell? You sure gave in fast.
No.
Wish I could have that influence.
Please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. In excruciating detail.
The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
2 years ago.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
Alright, now tell it to me again, slowly.
It looks like he was gonna stab him in the neck, though. It's gonna take you
Yeah,
right
it
home.
did.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
Well, then you're useless. Well, that's understandable. However, please tell me, Miss Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
Absolutely nothing, I just wanted to see if she would do it. That will soon become apparent, Your Honor.
You gotta admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Body her.
Will do.
Don't need to tell me twice. Alright. What did you see?
I don't know.
Can you tell us about that?
No, I cannot. Mr. Marshall jumped on dark. Just then the lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and the lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out. Wait a minute. What's electricity? If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
Well, I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
A detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman. The victim.
Stop.
So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago.
Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
Well, it looks like shit.
A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? No.
Stop.
This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. Okay.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Pick a tool.
Nobody cares. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I would mind.
It seems to have been lost.
Well, with this, yeah? Do we have that?
I don't... I guess not. Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh, I think.
I'm stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you look at it...
The back.
Yeah, see.
Wow! Wow!
A picture is drawn on the back of the evidence list in magic marker. I had a very bad feeling about this.
The perspective on that is great, though.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth. This little...
What were you gonna call her?
I honestly don't
this
know.
little whorl.
This little thing put all of her heart into drawing
What
that
the
picture.
hell?
And yeah, you would insist on denying its existence. I'm
Don't
gonna
hurt
make you out to be
yourself.
the asshole.
Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that the prosecutor. Oh, wait, as the prosecutor for this case, I wasn't handed such a picture.
No, you're a prosecutor, so you're evil.
What?
That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! I'm making it levitate. Plus, the evidence list for the SL9 incident. What's cool? Please turn it over,
That's
Your
cool.
Honor. Turn it over. How do I do that? Turn it.
Turn it.
What's this? You're holding it up not
Yes,
correctly.
what is that?
Turn it.
Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew.
Turn it 90 degrees.
It looks like ass.
Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here. Okay.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
Me? I didn't
No,
do shit.
the other guy, yes you. Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
Huh. These lists, are different from each other.
What?
Miles, why the fuck did you throw this away? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you.
What? What?
I'd be shitting bricks.
Yeah, right?
Order! Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of this list? Such an important list.
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor.
Draw this on the back of the evidence, please.
Yeah, not a great move on his part.
Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, that means... Your Honor. Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. You look like you're gonna explode. You look like a bug.
You look like a bug.
Or it's like the one filter on TikTok. You look like a snail.
What?
If the evidence list is torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's my list, you can't look at it. It's possible. Let's see.
I love that. I love that
Such a good
dialogue.
line.
Something wrong. Do you even have to ask? Dude, he's shaking the whole courtroom.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I love how quickly he recovers from it.
There is indeed something drawn on the back of my
Okay,
list.
this part pisses me off. How the fuck do you not notice that? Did you
I
never bother turning the
know.
list over? Like, good lord.
It's that thing. This though.
No. But yeah, it makes me so angry. Like, even for Ace Attorney standards, this is just
Yeah,
dumb.
it's like, bro, just turn it over.
My god. That's, the thing. The thing that was dancing in the evidence room.
Yeah, you know the thing.
The gross thing that
Clearly,
takes your
this
soul.
is Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives.
I guess he was out of scrap paper.
That wasn't funny.
I thought it was. Your trauma's hilarious. Farewell, witness.
Drama.
Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
Pay attention. Good lord, I hate kids. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture.
Emma's picture.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. Pretty good, right? The flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
That was a short-ass testimony.
Yeah, right?
To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Next to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. No. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. Case closed. Guilty.
Oh.
Clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. They look exactly like them. Right? The first may not be getting cross-examination, but what's the purpose of that?
Look at me.
You want some Edgeworth screen time? Here you go.
Oh, look, it's me.
Alright, No.
No, it's not.
Stabbed
You
in the
lie.
back. And why is it not sharp?
You lie.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew sucks. Contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Well, that's a contradiction already, because it was 2 years ago, idiot. Mr. Wright. Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out the contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy?
That stick.
The Lego block. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see the tip is broken. No, you may not have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, my tip is broken.
Oh
Tip of
no.
the knife was found and broken off the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
No. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. Okay.
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem?
If you shut the fuck up and let me finish, then we get there. It's
Wow.
obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound in the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Also, if he was stabbed in the back, why is he stabbing him from the front right now?
Yeah, good point.
Ah! What's the meaning of... Okay. You
Perhaps
really
the
pissed me
knife
off.
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Shut up, both of you. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. I was talking. Well, too bad. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it's broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. If anything, it's gonna wind up Edgeworth's ass in 2 seconds.
Excuse me?
That's right. Not about the knife, but what is it?
I don't
This
want
is your-
anything going up my ass.
This is the second fucking time you've interrupted me.
The tip of the
it
knife
again.
was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
Well, your birth was a mistake.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what he said. That's why I asked her so many times to make sure she remembered correctly.
This is getting oddly personal.
I believe you were annoyed at the time.
Oh.
An annoyed little bitch. But she was sure she remembered correctly.
But,
Why do you hate little girls?
I have my reasons. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Well, maybe you should stop talking. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already?
Yes,
About a little something called falsified evidence?
yes. You're treading on thin ice, right?
Oh, I'm about to break that ice. All
I'm
I'm
about to tap dance all over that ice.
is this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility.
No. Ah!
I was like, oh, this is getting good. Where's my popcorn? Order! Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, are you dense?
Maybe.
Please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. Almonds! The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. The 2 officers outside were talking about who stole their almonds.
You're right.
After receiving the King of Prosecutors award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. Hello. During his questioning,
Hello.
Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
Really?
Well,
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife.
what are the chances of there being 2 broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's? Could there have been one? Yes. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error.
Mr. Wright,
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. Well, I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. But there's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon.
Take a look at this.
The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture.
This is a picture of the awards ceremony. Ah!
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? God, you're annoying.
It's the broken murder weapon.
Notice the awkward? Notice the award
Wow.
Prosecutor Marshall is holding.
Holding.
That's a broken knife.
Broken knife.
A knife.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife.
A niffy.
That being the case, the knife the witness saw was all in likelihood from this award.
God damn it.
Order! Neil Marshall was awarded the King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. Okay.
But that can't be.
Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because if the King of Prosecutors Award knife was a murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed.
What do you mean?
I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh. Oh!
Oh, I got you now, bitch! Ooh!
It's hilarious, but the prosecutor was someone who actually died. That's true. What's going on here?
I don't know, you tell me. It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
I'm gonna jump you. Who the hell said that? Okay,
Wait! I remember now. I remember everything.
that's what they all say. Witness.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Fucking what?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
What's this? What with that picture scribbled on the back? The blood-sucking demon?
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
What?
You drew that?
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture.
Oh, I hate this song.
My jam.
All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part deep away inside me.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mixed up, now the blue badger? This should be interesting.
I'm resigning as being a prosecutor. This sucks.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
Okay. That's crazy. It's certainly most unusual. Oh, alright.
Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year.
That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination on a
Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further.
Why does everybody interrupt me? God, I hate it here. Lana! Shut the hell up. Please remain seated in the defendant's chair before I shoot you.
Whoa. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime.
Okay, and I come strapped, so...
Why can't you just leave it at that?
Chief Prosecutor
Why can't you
Scott.
leave Earth?
Great question. We've already come this far.
Leave this mortal coil.
It's too late to turn back.
Lana's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm already gonna be convicted anyway, so I might as well just attack him.
Yep, there we go. Put it out all on the line.
Silence. Well, I felt pretty badass for myself, huh? The defense will not begin its
That was
cross-examination.
lame.
Violet, please detain the defendant. Like, smack her or something. Okay, I'm coming to smack you.
You better get the fuck away from me before I bite your hand.
Oh. That's a
I'm
little...
feral and I have rabies.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's a little kinky, but never mind.
No, I have rabies. It is not kinky, I have rabies.
It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter.
Be careful,
What
she
the
has
fuck is
rabies!
that bailiff doing? I don't know. She's rabid, guys. Did we get the rabies vaccine? I don't think that exists.
Oh god.
Alright. I was in the room and I'm sure I saw a shadow. That's what they all say. His shadow.
I have rabies. That's what they all say.
So you mean you didn't actually see his face with his winning smile and all?
And his teardrop.
That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
Okay.
They're not creepy. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken.
Well, why don't you shut the hell up? That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Yeah.
We will talk about this at home. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really was.
Bet. What was it that Emma saw when the lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger, really? The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright!
Oh my god, in this room. Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us the mysterious blue badger look-alike.
Okie dokie. Don't shit yourself.
The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. What? That's, what the fuck is that? I believe it's some sort of jar?
But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Well, viewpoint. I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from.
This is so fucking hard, you guys.
Oh yeah, I hate this part.
Because it's like, it's so, like, fucking asinine the way
Yeah,
that they
it's-
want you to do it.
The way it is, it's so like, I have to remember how it was supposed to be done. Oh, right, it was something like, no, it was like this. But it's very specific on how you have to angle it.
Yeah, like if it's not perfect, it'll be like, no, sorry, close enough, but no cigar.
Okay, I'm gonna pray it's something like this. Of course it isn't. This isn't right. I've got to make it look more like the badger.
Oh my god.
What are you, fucking dumb? Allow me to remind the defense its case hinges on the witness's drawing. If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, we cannot accept his claim.
I've got to find the right angle. Maybe I should rotate it vertically a bit more or horizontally.
Come on, Mr. Wright, you can do it!
I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. We're just watching, like...
Yeah, we're just watching Phoenix in court, like, you know, just turn it around, and
He's like,
everyone's like, you really are a dumb son of a bitch.
Okay, what? Like this? God, I hate how specific it has to be.
I know.
Fuck.
God, you are the
Oh
worst.
my god, this is the one thing I hate about this case. This and the video.
Wow. What are you doing? I thought you were gonna do it like that. Maybe that one? Thank
What?
God.
Okay, third try.
Wow.
Well, is this a miracle or what?
Yeah, miracle
That I got it
that
on
you
the third
finally
try.
got it right.
You know what? Fuck you. No one could possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. I'm surprised I got that so quickly.
I hate it here.
I actually don't even have to cut it out because it wasn't that
No.
long.
It can't be. How did you
You know
fucking
how
do
freaking
that?
specific of an angle that has to be to fall
Yeah.
to make it look like that?
It's hard.
Order! The defense has proven his claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime is actually this. What?
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point?
Did you just really fucking ask me that?
Yes,
What do you mean?
go on. So that badger thing was actually just a jar? That doesn't change anything.
Why don't you shut up? I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything.
Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar?
Yeah. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, The witness saw this jar.
At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright.
Thanks, we know. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Well, the location of the jar is shown as a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. Oh my god, are you gonna object to every fucking thing I say?
But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself.
Shut up, I'm not done. Yes, and it's these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office.
I love when they go back and forth like this, but it's just very funny. I don't know.
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body
No. Well, I don't know actually.
from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office?
Yes.
Oh. Why would he do that? There's no reason.
He thought it was funny, I don't know.
It was just a prank, bro.
If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Okay. Do you know what the reason was, Mr. Wright?
No, I do not, Your
Turn
Honor.
out the lights. I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall? Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. Oh my god, I don't want to see this. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to be Neil Marshall. Wait on the King prosecutors. Sure.
No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. There's no way in hell you're thinking.
Yes. There is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this.
Then don't.
Mr. Wright, what's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Damn.
Oof.
I moved in 3
Fat
frames.
oof.
Edgeworth, you're an ass.
I'm just saying. It could happen.
That's fucking whack.
I know.
Oh my god,
Phoenix
I'm
is like,
gonna
actually,
puke.
I just take back everything I just said.
You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me?
Edgeworth, yeah.
No!
Good.
Oh god. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
That was hilarious. So it was the witness who took the victim's life. And then proved so with their own testimony. It's unprecedented.
Wow.
Oh, now you got something to say.
What? What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances...
Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her?
Imagine that, coming from you.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oof.
If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone from finding out about, Emma, right? Right?
I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, you have no idea what the fuck you are saying. I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall?
Evidence?
I'm willing to bet you don't.
She got you. It certainly would be difficult to prove this with just evidence.
I could come up with something if you want. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony.
I'm afraid that won't work in any case.
Turn
Or in
back
this
around.
case. No. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. I killed them.
Certainly can't get dead people to testify. Unless if Maya was here. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning.
Touché, Miss Sky. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility.
You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean, the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another.
That's impossible.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's the only possibility left here. A message from the deceased. Now, such a message exists. I've got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind
Doesn't exist.
This message from the deceased is already in our possession.
Mr. Wright,
Shut up.
will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. Did you know I was going to say that? I did. No matter how painful it may be.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Please show us the piece of evidence that conveys the message from the deceased. This is the message left by the deceased. What? This is the blue badger from before, right?
Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name?
Yeah.
If that thing could, I'm sure it... What?
Looks like everyone's just forgotten this is a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. Can you not fucking see the line? What do you mean? Oh my god.
The line!
If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar.
It looks like someone wiped the blood away.
Fuck.
Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there's a line here, drawn in blood.
So what you're saying is these dots were once lines?
Yes. Oh my god.
Wow, that's crazy.
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used a few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message.
One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions.
Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent.
Are we working together right now?
Seems like it.
No!
Yes, stay mad. Mr. Wright. Cry, bozo. What kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Gotta connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances.
Don't fuck this up.
His murderer's name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love playing Connect the Dots.
That is already wrong. you fucking
It is.
idiot.
Whoops.
Or no, Emma.
What?
Emma.
Emmer.
Or no, Emma. Emma.
They're just like, what does that even say? It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence.
But not today.
That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this.
Does that say Emma?
Emma. Could you imagine if this was like completely different, where it's like instead he spelled out Maya on the fucking jar and then Maya gets convicted?
That would suck.
She'd be like, I'm literally not even here.
So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. That fucking sucks, dude.
Major L.
Yeah, damn. Can I get an F in the chat?
Cry. Of all people,
Cry about it, Barzan.
she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Sky. No.
No!
Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you.
Why are you here?
This is fucking hilarious.
Chief Gant.
Do you understand the implications of what you've done?
What? What are you talking about?
2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not?
No.
Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Shut up! But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer, that's undeniable.
Edgeworth makes the weirdest noises.
I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We are defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter, even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. Damn. When I first played this, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, right?
What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. Dude, how can he just stand there like it wasn't his fucking fault? What a dickhead. Order! Order!
Order!
Order! Man, shut the hell up. Yeah, fuck you, old man. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess and killed them all. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Damn. God.
Rise from the
Damien Gant.
Assage is like... Is it Assage?
Oh my god.
Rise from the Ashes is such a hype.
It definitely is. Damon Gant is a very good antagonist.
Yeah.
Like, he's very intimidating. Alright, so we are now going to wrap it up here. So next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we will head into the next portion of the final trial day.
Yeah.
So if you all enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
See you next time.